Alright guys, so I got the rear caliper for the Kawasaki all cleaned up here as best as I could with a wire wheel. I think it turned out pretty good, at least for what you can see. I couldn't really get the bottom there, but you won't be able to see that anyways, so there's that. And then the brand new brake pads are in there, and then the slider I didn't take off and didn't really care to clean it up, so it's good enough. And then I got the brand new bolts right here for it. And then I got a compression tester for when it's back apart again, and I put a new spark plug in and I'll just compression test it because I am still curious because I mean, I did all this work to it, and I mean, it runs, so that's as much as I know. So hopefully it has all right compression still, but I don't know. I'm not too worried, so I'm gonna just throw that caliper back on there and get the e-brake adjusted up and finish the rear brake. Alright guys, so I got the rear caliper back on, bolted up, and I readjusted the parking brake here. So, you know, it spins now, which the whole rear end's new, so it's kind of a little difficult to spin, but like, you know, still able to spin it. And then parking brake pulls easily, and then, you know, it's not going anywhere. And when I was testing it, you know, I tried turning it with both hands, and I mean, unless you're not on a super steep hill, I mean, it'll work just fine. So it'll work on like a small hill just fine, I'm sure. And then I had to readjust my chain, and as you guys can see, that's plenty good now. For some reason, when I started looking at this today, like before I even started cleaning the caliper, the first thing I noticed is I actually put 2 lug nuts in these tires from the front, so now all the wheels have 2 lug nuts holding them on. And I went to spin it, I was like, huh, that's pretty tight. And I checked the chain, and it was like so tight, like I could only move it like that much, where now it's got plenty of room. Might even be a hair loose right now. So yeah, might actually have to tighten that up. But still gotta still waiting on the axle clip here before I can fully tighten it down. And then I noticed that it's actually brackets for this stuff that I'm missing off the side of the swing arm. So I'll have to get that stuff ordered, so I don't have these just, you know, going all over the place back here. And get those fastened down. And then my lug nuts, and I gotta look for an air box still, and get my brackets and all that good stuff. So I'll probably order that this weekend. I'll probably do that. But so for the rear end, it's just adjusting the chain maybe a little bit more, putting this clip on there, and then finally being able to tighten those axle nuts up. And then I gotta get the correct nut for this, and then get some cotter pins on both sides, and get some lug nuts on these things on the wheels. And then that'll be it for the rear end. So I mean, it's pretty much there. It's like 90%. And then that still needs to be bled out because there's no fluid in it. And so yeah, I think it's ready to be set on the ground now, and then I can start putting those on. And my parts came, so that is awesome. They took care of everything. They even sent me some green nets. I am, you know, very happy about that. I know it wasn't their fault, it was the shipping company's fault, but they took care of it, and I'm just really happy, and I'm just hoping that they fit, and it's gonna be a done deal. So I'm gonna start on that now and show you guys how they look on there. So I'm gonna take it off the stand and do that. All right guys, here it is. I got these nerf bar heel guards on with the nets, and I know they don't really, the nets don't really match as I was hoping, but I mean, it's whatever. I'll just have to deal with it. I mean, they still look pretty good. I just think it could could have looked a little bit better, but they go as wide as the rear tires, which is pretty sweet. It was really easy to install too, and the nuts were really easy, and then, you know, it's all tight and everything, all tightened down, fit really good. I didn't have any problems, and now the biggest part is gonna be the plastics. So I gotta order some parts, so I guess I'll see you guys in a few days here. Alright guys, so a quick little update on the Kawasaki. I'm gonna clean this up. This is the chain cover for the front of it. I'm gonna get that put on. I'm gonna undo the front of the shock and see if these are for it, and get those put on. And then I actually was just sitting on it, and you know, I wear some boots. So with how tight these nets are, I can barely even get my foot under this to upshift. So I'm gonna move this up just a little bit and see how that feels. And then I got the parts ordered for it. So I got hand grips coming, I got lug nuts coming, I got my body mounts and bolts and everything ordered for it. I got a skid plate for under the motor ordered, and then I gotta find some cotter pins, which I probably have over there or something. And then I'm gonna get the axle nuts painted up black, and then I don't know, I do want these control arms black still, but we'll see, because I might just do some work to the Predator here. And then I'm gonna clean up the plastics and probably compression test it also. So I'll let you guys know what it has for compression. And then I'm also gonna put the airbox back in it because it's just sitting over there. And yeah, so, oh, and then bleed the rear brake too, so that the foot brake works. So I'm gonna get that done. All right guys, so here's the Kawasaki again. So I actually had the bolts, the bolts for the skid plate in it. It just didn't have a skid plate, and this one's stripped out because you know, stupid Allens. And so I'm gonna have to weld something to that. And as you guys can see, since it's standing up, that exhaust is way too long because the bar's not even on the ground. So definitely gonna have to do something about that too. Not quite sure yet, haven't looked at it, but just gonna have to like weld something to that because these bolts are so stupid. I don't know why Kawasaki loves their Allens so much, but I think that they're the most pointless. Same with Torx bits, but still gotta paint the axle nuts black so that they match my lug nuts when they come in. And that's pretty much it. I got the chain cover on, I got the shifter moved. Let's see, I compression tested it, and it read good enough. I had to Google it because these motors actually have a automatic decompression system, so you can't get an accurate reading on them. But when you compression test it, you want to compression test with the throttle wide open. That's the most accurate compression test. And they say to do it warm. And I had 68, I want to say. And they say you want to be between 70, like 65 and 70. So that's really good there. And let's see, I bled the rear brake too. And let's see, was there anything else? And then I put the air filter box back in it and everything. If you guys can see in there, that's all back in it. And yeah, so pretty much all that's left is to wait for my parts to come in. Then I could paint up these axle nuts. And then I gotta get that bolt out of the bottom for when my skid plate comes in. It's ready to go. And then look at the exhaust. And then just pretty much clean it up. And then also was thinking about draining the gas. And yeah, that's everything. So I mean, this thing is getting really close. So and also guys, this is why I wanted to paint the control arms, just because look at how worn down these things are. It's missing a lot of paint and everything, and I think painting these black would look really good. So then, you know, it'd be black here, black there, black down there. Then you got the tires, you got the black bumper. And and then just make sure that, like, try and clean up the frame and the motor as best I can. And I think it would look really good. And also, I'm debating on getting a seat cover for it, or I don't know. I just want to see how clean this one gets, because this one's really dirty right now, and it is ripped down here. See that, guys? It's ripped right there, and then right there too. So we'll see. I still got to get an airbox too, so I'll probably decide by then. But yeah, so I don't know. I was debating whether or not, because it's like not raining right now, and it rained a lot yesterday, so there's actually a lot less snow than when I had that out a few days ago. So I don't know, guys. I really want to ride this, and I gotta figure out the reverse, because I don't think that mine works. So there's that. And so if I ride it, I'm gonna have to take a clip off of the Predator axle to put on this one, just so that doesn't slide around. And then I gotta put the cotter pins on the axle nuts and tighten this one. So you know what, I might do that, just so then I can go outside and then ride it around, make sure it feels good, and then clean it up. So I don't know, still thinking about it. I don't know, I probably will just do that, just so then I can get a feel for it. But yeah, there you guys go. There's an update. So the next part you guys will see will probably be when I get some new parts in.